How's it going, guys? How's this working? Is this working all right? Wait a second. Is this working okay? Let me know if the chat's working all right, guys. I can't see any. Oh, that's great. No, I haven't tried that thing. What is that? Is that another hair loss remedy? So I did a live stream yesterday with you guys, and I really enjoyed it. It's been a long time, so I just felt like doing another one today. So this is really spontaneous, and I was just listening to a talk from Oscar de la Hoya, and it was really, really, really inspiring and very honest. I know Oscar de la Hoya's had his problems, and as a fighter, he was magnificent. He's a legend. Obviously, Manny Pacquiao beat him at the end of his career, but he's a 5-weight world champion. And De La Hoya was just talking about, he was just honest about his fears, about how much he wants to face his fears, and that's why he's coming back doing the fight with Vito Belfort. And he was just talking about, I don't know, man, it was refreshing because today people are, not many people are honest about their fears, especially people, that are in the spotlight, famous people. So I found it inspiring what he was talking about, and everything he was saying related to me, and I'm sure it relates to all of you if you're honest as well. We've all got fears. We've all got demons. I know I have. Everyone has. And De La Hoya was saying that, he was just applauding Manny Pacquiao. He was just saying that that's why he's got so much respect for Pacquiao, because he said Pacquiao's not afraid. He fights at anyone. He's not afraid to face his fear of losing. He puts everything on the line. And I just thought it's a great message, it's a message that could help a lot of people at the moment. It's been my message for many years. And De La Hoya said, when you face your fear, you find yourself. And I found that to be 100% true. That's probably the most rewarding thing about facing your fears. It's not an easy thing to do, obviously. And if we continue talking on this live stream, I'm going to share some tools with how I do it. But I think one of the best ways to face your fear is, you've got to make a decision. You've got to really want to do it. So whatever your fear is, if it's to ask a girl out that you have feelings for, if it's to, do a boxing match, whatever it is, it doesn't really matter what it is, but it's really all the same problem that we all have: the fear of failure, the fear of what other people will think, the fear of taking a risk. So if you really want to do something, and De La Hoya was saying that it's taken him 13 years to face this fear of this fear of not just having a fight, because De La Hoya was one of the best ever to do that. He's a 5-weight world champion, but to confront his demons that he's been dealing with all of his life. So I found that inspiring. Check that video out. Anyway, how are you guys getting on? I promise I'm going to start doing more of these live streams more consistently, because I used to do them. Yeah, get your questions in, guys. I like the questions. It's probably the best thing about doing these live streams. Hi, Johnny, new to the channel. Is the key to approaching anyone is to not overthink and just go for it? Yeah. I mean, in essence, when you get straight to it, that's correct. I mean, obviously, there's a bit more than that, regards to, learning how to have a conversation with someone, but to overcome the fear and to approach a new person, whether it's someone you like, you're attracted to, or if it's if it's not attraction, but you just want to meet someone new. Exactly, that's the art. It's the art of like you said, just being able to be yourself, um, free from as much fear as you can, and to not overthink. Pretty much what I'm doing now, what I try to do. You're a nice guy. I've been subscribing to your channel for 7 years now. Wow, I appreciate that. 7 years. That's brilliant. But I thought today would be good. It would be a good opportunity. Obviously, I don't force people, but if people want to talk about their fears and we can come up with some solutions, we can put our heads together. I've got a lot of life experience. I'm sure all of you have. I was a teacher for many years. You know, I coached people from all different walks of life, successfully coached hundreds of guys, one-on-one groups, public speaking, and had to overcome a lot of my fears, you know, before I could start helping other people. I had to face a hell of a lot of my demons and fears. And I've got more fears right now in my life that I want to face, the same as De La Hoya is saying. And I find a real parallel connection with boxers. I've always had a fascination with boxers because I've always respected how brave they are, you know, how much courage they've got, win, lose, or draw. Anybody who's got the courage to get into a ring and fight, you know, another person. And I've also always respected, you know, anybody who's brave, who faces their fear. It doesn't have to be fighting or boxing. I've always been fascinated with it as a young kid up until an adult, which is why one of my taglines is become fearless. And that's why people love Pacquiao, because he's been living like that for years, you know, and people love boxers. De La Hoya, who is also a legend. He was a legend in boxing, and that famous fight he had with Pacquiao. But before, you know, he was Manny's hero. I remember Manny Pacquiao saying to De La Hoya, "You're still my idol. You know, you're my hero, even though I beat you." So it's quite inspiring and quite refreshing. How are you guys getting on? What have you been up to? It's a protein shake, by the way. This is chocolate protein shake. It's quite nice. Yeah, any questions you've got, just fire away. Put your questions in the box below. I am going to be doing a lot more videos for people that have subscribed for, you know, how to speak to people, how to get over anxiety. I have a lot of experience of that. I've suffered with it as well, so I know what it's like. I'm going to be doing a lot of good videos on that. And you know, like Ron was saying, you know, the key is to just go for it and not overthink. And the more you practice it, you know, the more you practice anything frightening, the easier it gets. And you know, it's interesting because there's many things that people are interested today in the world that we live in. But for me, fear is something that never goes out of fashion because it's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing battle that all of us have. No one could tell me. No one could tell me, oh, I don't have any fears. You know, I'm completely fear free. If anyone says that, they're lying. You're not human otherwise. But if someone says to me, I'm fearless, you know, I have fear, but I face it and I continue to face it, that's great. Yeah, this is going to be live on my channel. I'm going to start doing lots of these live streams because I want to talk to you guys directly and answer your questions. And you know, build the live stream back up, because I used to do these in 2017, even before that, and we used to get loads of people on, you know, and it was brilliant. We have a lot of fun, you know, we laugh, we talk about honest things, we talk about positive things, you know, we have real conversations, and people come away feeling more confident, more inspired. They feel more less lonely because they have a community of people that they can talk with, talk honestly with, and we have a lot of fun as well. So that's why I'm going to start doing more of these. I'm still going to do the videos because I enjoy doing the videos. I've always loved the videos, but the live streams are they're 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 good in a different way because obviously I can answer your questions live online. Because of COVID-19, because of what we've all been through, which has been a lot of fear and anxiety, I honestly believe that a lot of people are going to be fearful to talk to people because of the isolation I was, which is why I practiced for many months to get my confidence back. So that's important. At the moment, I haven't got a set day, Rom, for the live streams, but I used to always do live streams Saturday evening. It used to be a good day, but for now, um, I'm just gonna I'm gonna do a few just to get it started, just to make up for the times when I weren't doing it, and then we're gonna figure out a set day which is good for me and good for everyone else, and we'll stick to that day and time. So you'll know when I'm going live and everything like that. So for now, I'm going to be a bit spontaneous. So you know, no pressure at all. Whenever you want to come on the stream, people can, and if they don't feel like it or they're busy, then that's fine. There's no problem with that. You can always come back and watch the live stream because I'm going to upload them on my channel as well. But yesterday was really good. We spoke about mental health, we spoke about boxing, fitness, we spoke about Manny Pacquiao. It was really positive. I really enjoyed it. I always enjoy the live stream. So, and I know a lot of you do. So, um, if it works and everybody enjoys it and they get a lot of help from it, confidence, motivation, then why should we not do them? But yeah, that's why Manny Pacquiao is, for most part, is so loved because he really does fight fearlessly, and he takes on everyone. And whether he wins or loses, most times he wins, but he lost the other night. But I don't. The real fans don't care. They still love him. I still love him. I still support him, whether he wins or loses, because it's the heart of the person. It's who the person is. More importantly than whether they win or not. Obviously, it's nice. We want him to win, and it's disappointing when he lost. But it's the excitement, it's the motivation, it's the inspiration that he gives people, and anybody can do that in their life. Any of you can do that. You can really become a role model in your own way and inspire people by your example, by your courage, by your positivity, your courage to be honest. So fear is something that still a lot of people they find difficult to talk about it, especially men, because it's like, oh, if I say I'm scared, then people are going to think I'm weak or I'm strange or I'm less of a person. But I mean, if somebody thinks that, they're not very intelligent, are they? I mean, that's their opinion, but because they have the fear as well. So you can't really judge someone for being fearful or having a fear when you've got fear yourself. It's just that you're not admitting it, if that makes sense. So I always admire and respect people, anybody, and whoever they are, whatever background, men, women, who can open up about their fears, especially when they face it as well. It's brilliant. It inspires other people. It makes other people feel like they're not on their own, that they're not alone, and they're not indifferent, they're not strange. It makes them feel good about something that maybe they were feeling bad about. Lockdown was the perfect time to try out the shaved look, Johnny. You could have easily regrown it. It's a good point. That's actually a good point. Um, yeah, I didn't get round to doing that. There were Good point, though. Good, very good point, and probably a fear. One of my fears is to shave my head. I'm not ready to do that, but yeah. See, we just found a fear. We all have them. But the good news is now things have gotten much better. From where we were. So it's good to look to the future and move forward because obviously all of us have been through a difficult time, but thank God, the world. Well, from it is improving. I can't speak for every part of the world, but here in London, in the UK, and I hope wherever you are, it's improving. Things are opened up more. People are interacting more. We're getting back to some kind of normality. Sports back on. So there's a lot of things to be happy and grateful about. Thank God the gyms are open. But yeah, just kind of touching on yesterday and today, I find martial arts or boxing and training and exercise a very good platform to help you build more mental strength so you can conquer your fears in your life, whatever your fears are. 100%, 100%. Losing hair is I'm frightened of that. All guys are, like you said. And that's the good thing about this conversation today, Georgius, is that we can we can face some of our fears right away if we're ready to do it, just by being honest and open. And no one's going to be judging anyone or making fun of anyone because we're all the same. We all have fears and we want to overcome them. Most of us do, right? Now, if anybody doesn't, I respect that. Everyone's got a right to make their own choices. But for those of you that want to overcome your fears or some of them, then we can help you to do that. All of us can help each other on this live stream. And some fears take time, like De La Hoya. I respect him. He said it's taken him 13 years to face his fear, to get back in the ring, to come back for another fight. And that's very inspiring because if a legend like De La Hoya, who was a five-weight world champion, he's very successful financially. He's one of the greatest boxers of all time. He's not the greatest, but he's definitely one of. If he can be honest and say he was petrified, frightened, he's 48, he's a grown man. If he can admit that, then I can admit that, then you can admit it. So really, no one's better than anyone. So I find that refreshing because today, as I said, a lot of people lie. They don't be honest about their fears. Everybody wants to impress one another. And I'm not saying everyone, but a lot of people today. So it's nice when you get someone who's honest and genuine and just is open and just tells the truth. It's brilliant. What's up, Bobby? Good to see you again, mate. Yeah, greeting viewers. Yeah. I mean, speaking of fear, I faced another fear the other day. I was really pleased with myself, and it was a fear of the dentist. I've always had that fear as a kid, and I went, I did it, and I overcame it. I've got to go again, and it's getting easier. It's kind of something that I have to keep facing till it goes away. So I love this topic, man. I love it because it's challenging for everybody. It still challenges me sometimes, and I've taught it for many years, but it's so rewarding when you two things when you're honest and you don't no bullshit and you're honest about your fear. You feel better for being honest. You feel lighter. You feel relief to get it out. Secondly, when you confront it and you beat it and you face it, whatever it is, you feel on top of the world. You feel like $1 million. You feel unbelievable. Like it's a very personal experience. So whether you've got a fear of swimming with sharks, whether you've got a fear of talking to new people, whether you've got a fear of losing your hair, whether you've got a fear of the dentist, whether you've got a fear of starting a YouTube channel or speaking in front of the camera or speaking on the phone, or a fear of public speaking, or a fear of starting a new job, or a fear of going to university, whatever your fear is, or a fear of being judged, when you confront it, fully face it with every bit of your heart, it's a great feeling, man. It really helps you. And I think sometimes people forget that. We focus on the negative part, which is it doesn't feel nice. And obviously, we're frightened of failing. That's a big part of a lot of our human fears is a fear of being rejected, failing, and being, humiliated, being a failure. I have a gorgeous dentist. I can't wait to go. Well, lucky you, man. Lucky you. That's a good incentive. I like that. That was good. That was funny. I know, right? It's the best feeling, like you're on top of the world. That's exactly what it's like. 100%. You feel on top of the world. So I forgot. See, I used to always do that back in the day. I didn't even think about it. I would always I'd admit my fears. It helped me. I did it for myself, and I didn't realize it inspired thousands of people around the world because they were thanking me for admitting my fears, which was also their fears that they couldn't admit or they didn't feel comfortable to admit, and then they felt better seeing another human being do it, and then they were able to open up about their fears and face it, especially guys. Any more interviews in the pipeline? Um, Possibly. I can't say yes or no at the moment, but probably, yeah, probably there will be in the future. Good thinking, George. I was thinking the same today. I think I'd really enjoy now interviewing some interesting people and stuff. I will interview some of my friends. Some of them are in different countries because of the COVID, but when they come to London and stuff. So yeah, loads more things on this channel coming, a lot more things. As I said, I've got quite a lot of fears I need to face in my life, and I want to motivate and inspire all of you and more people to face their fears and be happier in their life. It did, and I didn't know that back then. Obviously, right? I was a lot younger. I didn't think so far ahead. I just had enough. I had enough of suffering and keeping it a secret and just struggling with it. And when I finally opened up about it, it helped me to overcome those fears at that particular time. And then, like I said, it was probably a great conversation starter. It got me to connect, like you said, with thousands of people from all different walks of life, all different parts of the world. Because I didn't realize it at the time. I didn't do it for that reason, but people really respected my honesty and my courage, and then it gave them the courage to open up. So that's why I like the De La Hoya conversation today. You guys should check it out if you've got time. Oscar De La Hoya is you'll find it online. I really appreciated his honesty. It's and so, like he said, some fears you can overcome them quick. Some take years. It's taken him 13 years, and there's been certain fears in my life that have taken me like 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, because it's hard. It's not always easy. But if you've got the right mindset and if you train your mind and you start working out and training, it can be easy. Something so difficult, like facing a terrifying fear for a lot of guys, it's asking a woman out, asking a girl out that they like, that is at their work or the uni or someone that they see on a daily basis. That's terrifying. I understand. I had the same fear, and that can be paralyzing. That can be really frightening. Some guys are not able to do it, but if you've got the right mindset and you can turn fear into excitement, which is what most people do once they figure it out, then you can overcome it and then you'll be happy. But sometimes people just need to be able to talk about it with someone that they can trust or someone that is non-judgmental. just to be able to tell another person, a friend or someone online or a stranger or a group like this, just to say, this has been bothering me for many years, and I want to get it out. It can really help. I think it never gets old. It never gets boring when someone admits it. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Sorry, George, but it never really worked in reality. I kind of, I kind of, I don't. I like giving people space. Like, a lot of the old students that I really had great relationships with and still care about them. I just didn't feel right about, meetings if they didn't want to. I don't really believe in forcing things. So if it happens naturally, then great, like this live stream. So, but that's a good idea, and you're not the first person to say that and mention that. But who knows in the future? But most of the students that I work with, you know, back in the day, I've seen them, and I saw one the other day actually. I saw Hassan. He's and we had a nice conversation. So I don't always publicize every conversation I have. It's not all. I don't always feel it's appropriate, but yeah. Good evening, Jeremy. How you do? How's your day been today, man? What have you been up to? Summer's going right. Winter's coming slowly. We're coming to September. If I'm being honest, right, I do love the summer. I do love the good weather, but I kind of like the winter as well. It's weird. That's totally normal. Yeah. Um, I find that some men, when they approach a woman, their minds go blank and they stumble over their words. Is this because they haven't done it enough, or maybe they're not used to it? That's human. That's nervousness, that's anxiety. So it can be both. That could still happen to someone who has done it a lot, and it can also happen to someone who is nervous. Your place looks lovely, Johnny. Have you settled in yet? Yeah, I've settled in. Settled in now. Been here for I think it's 2 years now. It's gone quick. I moved in here before the lockdown happened, and I do love it. I am grateful for it. Good to see somebody. CJP. It's good to see you back, man. I think they'll try and lock us down again. October, November. Hope not. I'm just starting development. Yeah, I hope they don't. I hope they don't. I'm not even going to think about that, to be honest. But listen, man, if they do, then we'll have to handle it. We'll have to get through it. There's no other choice. But I don't. Hopefully not. How do you handle racism if one of your family members is racist against the other race? That's a challenging question. Well, I don't have that problem as things stand, which is good. But I think that's difficult. That's hard to answer that because it depends on the situation that I'm in. If someone was behaving like that, I would just distance myself from them. I wouldn't spend time with them. But if it's one of your family members and you've got to see them regularly, that can be difficult. So I can't really give advice on that. That's a tricky one, but I appreciate the question, and that's really what these conversations are about. So I will be honest, guys. Sometimes I'm not always going to have all the answers to every question that you ask me, especially when you put me on the spot. But if I don't know that, I'll just be honest and say I don't really know the answer to that question. It is a very sensitive one. Is that the case for you then? Is one of your family members like that? I mean, you could tell them that, you don't agree with being racist. Not at the moment, not at the moment, but I am. I am. I need to overcome my fear to start teaching again, coaching again, because it's been a long time. I've had a long time away from it, and I'm in the process of doing that at the moment. So, and obviously we had the COVID. I think you should start a new career as a Nicolas Cage lookalike stunt double. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea, and that would be good for me because if I'm a stunt double, then I'm going to have to do lots of scary things and overcome fears. So sign me up, man. If Hollywood are listening or anyone out there, then just give me hit me up on my Instagram and we can talk about that. I don't think another lockdown is coming. I don't think the country can afford it. I don't think so. I don't think so. Have you thought about the format of your coaching in the future? I have thought about it, yeah. Um, there's many different avenues that I'm going to do, but I'm just going to take every day as it comes. And as I said, I'm working on some things. I'm working on my mind, my mental health. I'm feeling good. I'm getting better. So hopefully, I should be back to coaching next year. But you never know, right? You never know with the way things are. But I have still got the confidence because I successfully did it many years ago. I was very successful as a coach and entrepreneur and helping people. So although it is a fear of mine at the moment, it's more of the fear of starting over again. But yeah, I do believe I will be back to doing that because it's something that I'm passionate about and I love. Do I still keep in contact with? Oh, you're talking about Naz. I haven't seen Naz for a while, but Naz is a great guy. We've had a lot of good times together, and we had a good friendship. But I haven't seen him for a while. Sometimes it's not that you fall out with people. You know, you just kind of grow apart. Like he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing, and that happens a lot in life. And it's sad sometimes, but it's not. I've realised that's not a negative. Sometimes that's just the way things go. But you never know. We could end up seeing each other. But I haven't seen him for a while. But I hope he's doing well wherever he is. Yeah, I'm still doing intermittent fasting. My friend, and he's an expert. He's a personal trainer. He told me not to overdo it because sorry, let me just switch this timer. Yeah, he was saying it's good to do it once in a while, but if you do it too long, it can be bad. And I found when I was doing it every day, I was starting to get a lot of headaches, mood swings, and my energy was low. So it has its place. So I don't do it I didn't do it today. I ate quite a bit today because I'm going to be back in training tomorrow in the gym, and when I train in boxing, it's a tense workout. I lose a lot of weight, a lot of water. But yeah, I'm still on this journey, Jeremy. I'm still training and trying to. Well, I am losing weight. I don't want to lose loads of weight, but I just want to lose a bit of more fat and get in shape. Um, I want to lose a bit more weight on my face. My neck is a bit of a double chin, so that's going. I don't eat cereal to be honest, mate. I haven't got a favorite cereal. My favorite thing is blueberries. That's what I usually have for breakfast. I've got some in the fridge, so I have blueberries, two bananas. I either have two bananas and blueberries, and sometimes a coffee. But I'm starting to think that too much coffee is not good for you. But yeah, that's my cereal fruit, really. How are you guys getting on anyway? You're asking me a lot of questions about me, which I don't mind and I appreciate. But how are all of you doing? Um, what is your goals at the moment? What are you doing? If you don't have any goals, that's fine. Just like what's What is what's keeping you going? I did intermittent fasting for 2 months, and towards the end, I started to getting lots of yeah. In my experience, I've found intermittent fasting is good like once in a while, but I don't think it's healthy to do it every day. Like I think if you know you need energy, you need some food in you, but no, I'm not an expert on it, but my friend, and he's a personal trainer, he's very good. Nick was telling me, not to do it every day, maybe do it, a day on, a day off, or a couple of days a week. But there's some positives as well. It is good. It does build discipline. Um, I've noticed that you do lose a little bit of weight, a bit of fat, but there are some downsides to it. Like I said, it can make you feel like a bit irritable and a bit weak, low on energy because you're starving yourself. So I don't think the human body is. I don't think it's designed and meant to starve. Obviously, for periods, like um, obviously in a lot of religions and faiths and stuff, they do fast and stuff, and I think that's really good. But not long term. I'm working out regularly now. That's great. At 38, I noticed the muscle soreness stays long and progress is slow. True, true. I've noticed that as well. I'm going to be 38. We're the same age. I'm 38 next week. Yeah, you can train hard at this age, but the recovery, like you said, it takes a bit longer. No, I haven't sparred in years since I've done sparring. So even though I'm down the boxing gym, I haven't done any sparring. I'd like to though. I'd like to. I did a hell of a lot back in the day, and I don't know if it messed me up a little bit because I did do a lot of rough sparring. I took a lot. I did take quite a lot of. I did take quite. I gave a lot of punishment, but I took a lot of punishment in the London in the gyms, and I don't know if that might have messed me up a little bit. But I'm not too bad. So yeah, I'm not punch drunk, which is good. I wish I never stopped working out. Yeah, happy to be working out though. It's brilliant, isn't it? It's such a you appreciate it, don't you? Especially when we've been in a lockdown. Yeah, that quite a lot of you seem to be working out. That's good. That's a theme. That's quite a common theme we've got on this channel, and I'm really pleased about that because I never force it on people, but sometimes I can't understand people that have got no interest in like exercise. Obviously, everybody's different, right? So I'm not judging them, but I always feel like how can you not enjoy some form of exercise? It feels good. Like doesn't have to be weight training. It could be basketball. It could be football. It could be dancing. It's just something that is where you can express yourself and get a workout. But some people don't like it. Fair enough. Yeah, I think I will start doing the live streams on the weekend because I think more people are going to come on. But for now, I just want to get a few going. Even if we've only got 8 people on or 10, it's fine. It's still great, better than nothing. And then we can build some momentum and keep going with it. And it seems like this is helping people with their accountability. Because when you're trying to achieve a goal, it does help you if you can speak to someone or friends or a community of people that are trying to achieve a similar goal or the same goal. It gives you motivation, and it's nice to talk about it. It's nice to have friends or community where you can talk about something that you're all interested in. So let me know if all of you or some of you are passionate and interested in fitness or training. If you're not, don't worry about it. That's fine because we talk about a lot of things on this channel. Any of you guys boxing fans here? You've probably seen a lot of my Manny Pacquiao videos. In 2 days, I'm going to approach this girl that I've always Seen working on Saturday. It's good for you. I've been using your videos to put me in the right mindset for overcoming my fear. That's good, man. Good luck with it, right? Listen, do the best you can. Be honest. Be respectful to women. I always say that it's important, you know, to be a gentleman, to have a lot of respect for women, for everyone. If you get the success, if you succeed, that's brilliant. If she says no, that's fine. You try. Don't beat yourself up. Keep going, and you know it will work out. Dating is tough. You know, we all get rejected in dating. Doesn't matter who we are. But if you stick at it, then you know you will meet someone. I mean, I get rejected all the time as well, but I always, in the end, will find a nice girlfriend. You know, if I just keep being positive, keep you know, just being honest and just trying. You're welcome, man. Yeah, we got good people on this channel. You know, we've got always great energy in the live chats. Um, Decent people, good people. You know, so it's nice. Yeah, I got a good feeling. Like with everything, it takes time, but I got a good feeling about these live streams. I'm confident that they will start building up and helping people and things like that. Apparently, as a Virgo, your perfect matches are. That's interesting. That's interesting. I'm a Virgo. You're a Virgo, George. You know, it's funny you said about the cancer because that's I think my mum's that, my cousin's that. They're obviously women, and I dated a girl who's from that star sign, and she was brilliant, brilliant woman. So I think there's some truth in that. I'm not sure about the other ones. They're probably all Capricorn, Scorpio. That's interesting. Oh, we got a Virgo in the house. Another Virgo. I was lucky enough to bump into Dorian Yates a few months ago at my gym. That's awesome, man. Are you from Birmingham then? That's where Dorian Yates is from, right? Birmingham. Yeah, I've watched a lot of his videos. Yeah, I used to buy the bodybuilding magazines, so I know all about Dorian Yates. Hit training, right? That was his old regime. Oh, Kent, okay. Oh, is he down in Kent? Is he? Yeah, Dorian Yates. What was he? Five-time Mr. Olympia. Came from a small gym in Birmingham and went over to the States and America and beat all the top guys. Had a huge back, Dorian Yates, and he used to train in his own system, which was hit right, high intensity, um, low reps, not too many sets, similar to the Mike Mensa philosophy, right? Yeah, I got quite a lot of love for bodybuilding as well. I did some when I was younger, and I bought, you know, it's interesting. Yeah, I was doing a seminar, but I didn't realize. Oh, that's great, man. Yeah, it's good, man. Especially this time, it's good to get yourself around. Yeah, high intensity training. It's good to get yourself down to these sorts of things and get around positive people. It can really change your life. By the way, guys, right? If you fancy it, you're enjoying it, hit that like button. I'm not going to say subscribe because I know all of you are subscribed, right? To be honest, I never really know what the likes does. I just say it because everyone else says it. I like, what does it do? Does it rank the videos better? Does your channel get more views? Like, what does it actually do? It's not really like, I'm not asking you to hit like because it's not really doing anything for me. I appreciate our time, the conversation, but it's more apparently to increase the channel. Yoda quote from Star Wars. I like these quotes. He said, "Failure is the best teacher." Oh, what can I say? Wise words, brilliant. Got to be honest, I think Yates's era was the start of the end for bodybuilding. Huge elephants on stage that all look the same. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the mass monsters. I can appreciate it though. I preferred more defined definition. Um, but I do love I do love, as a person, Ronnie Coleman and Lee Haney. Are just good people, man. Good human beings, good role models, I think. And obviously, it's hard not to like Schwarzenegger. He was brilliant with his classic physique. But yeah, I think that they got a bit too big, with the. I'm not a fan of the bloated bellies. Their bellies got too big, too much. Whatever they're taking, too much drugs or certain. I don't know, man. It's better. I find it better when they were more ripped, and flat stomachs. Another really, yeah, yeah. I watched the Doc Coleman documentary. Very sad. It was very sad, very, very sad. But listen, man, he said he doesn't regret it. He wouldn't change it. He wouldn't. He said his only regret was he makes me laugh that he didn't put more plates when he did the was it the 800 and something pound squat. But so he hasn't got any regrets in his life in a way. But it was sad to see him you know not being able to walk properly. Lately, I do 2 sets per exercise now. I can keep the focus and feel like I can get enough work. Hit would be too intense for me. That's a good point. I mean, I agree with you in that you've got to find what works for you, because you've got to realize that, these bodybuilders are, genetic freaks. Um, I've got, listen, if somebody wants to take steroids, that's their choice, right? So I'm not judging anyone and I'm not advocating steroids for anyone. I've never used steroids, but most people are not using the amount of steroids that these bodybuilders are taking. So you're not really able to train with that intensity. How could an average man go in and train with that philosophy when he's not on the drugs that these guys are taking and he doesn't have the genetics? But you can take little, anyway, you find what works for you, right? Everybody's got to find what works for them. My favorite exercise from the bodybuilders, like, was for me was always like my body always responded to somewhere in the middle, like more sets, like probably I'd say probably 4 sets, 3 to 4 sets. My body always responds well to that. It didn't really respond to doing like loads, like 10 sets or eight. It's too much, or less. So my body kind of grew more when I would do like a warm up and then gradually go up. I tried many different things, probably like you did. What do you call it? Supersets, a heavier lifts, 6 reps, 10 reps, 12 reps, 15 reps, 25 reps. But yeah, I found for me the 8 to 10 rep range, it works well. Man, you're making me want to go lift some weights now, man. You know what's interesting about these live streams? I always start off with a topic, and generally, as this streams go on, we deviate from the original topic and we go into something else, but it's fine. I agree. I learned the hard way. I trained like that over the years. I developed some elbow issues. Yeah, I think it's all learning, isn't it? Like everyone, all of us are learning. We all like make mistakes. We get things right. And one of the things that I learned that I did over the years, and I never believed I did, is I overtrained a lot because I was always under this illusion that I'm not training hard enough and I'm being, you know, and then as I've gotten older, like I think Bobby was saying, I realized that I, I I could have grown more, built more muscle if I rested more. If I recovered properly. I was training a lot of the time, and I wasn't growing because I was just burnt out. I was just doing too much, and it wasn't good. And I also could have had a better diet. What are my plans for the weekend? Tomorrow I've got boxing, which I can't wait, and then I'm going to meet. an old client and a friend for coffee, and the rest of the weekend I'll probably meet up with another friend of mine, and that's it so far. That kind of fills my whole weekend. What's your plans for the weekend, Jeremy? Or all of you? Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've noticed that since I've got into my late 30s, a lot of injuries are resurfacing. I had some shin splints. I said it yesterday. Thank God they've gone for a week. I was in pain, and I had to rest. And now I've got to warm up. You know, before I used to just come in the gym, in the boxing gym and the weightlifting gym, and just start training and hitting the bag and sparring and that. And I've learned you know you can't do that if you want to get injured. My trainer said that the other day. He's like, what you're doing, you need to warm up. You know, you need to go on the exercise bike or shadow boxing or skipping. Um, yeah, warming up is important, and it's interesting, you know, because you see with the warm up phase with training, I think socializing is a bit like that as well. I think a lot of times people, all of us don't warm up properly, and then we judge ourselves for being anxious or awkward or in our head. But once you warm up, okay, let me read this. Okay, yeah, 100% getting into state, 100%. Listen, man, your comment was a bit contradictory. It looks a bit, unless I misinterpreted it, man, it looks a bit negative to me. But maybe I've read the comment wrong, so it's not gonna bother me. But listen, man, I wish you all the luck on your hair loss journey as well. Take care. I think it depends on what muscle fibers you have in terms of how you train. That's a good point as well. 100%. That's the thing. That's why sometimes it's ignorant when someone comes out of a training regime and says this is what works for everyone, because it doesn't. Everyone's different. Everyone's got different genetics. You know, some of us have got long limbs, short limbs, fast twitch, slow twitch. So you can't train everybody the same. You've got to find what works for you. There are some governing principles that work for everyone. Obviously, train, intensity, rest, nutrition, but there's many little details that you have to change, and but that's what makes it fun, right? That's what makes the journey of fitness and training exciting. You're always trying to figure out what works, how to build muscle or how to get in better shape or how to get fitter. And and you're going to disagree sometimes. Somebody's going to say that's better, and you're going to say no, I don't agree on that. That it makes it all fun. But my whole thing is getting back to simple truths. You can't beat training. It's like you don't have to know everything about training. Just train. For people that don't do any training, I'm worried for them, because I just think you're going to get depressed. You know what I mean? You're going to get really down, or you're not, unless you've got something in your life that you really love doing. It's going to be hard to be happy in life if you don't have any form of exercise, especially for young people of all ages, really, but especially for the younger generation. You need to at least once a week, at least twice a week, go and do some sports or training, something. It doesn't have to be specific. Like I said before, it could be swimming, it could be weights, it could be boxing, martial arts, yoga, just getting the body moving. Personally, more reps, less weights works for me. I'm more suited to stamina sports than power. Yeah, that's interesting. I tend to overthink training without actually doing it, stuck in my head. Yeah, Yeah, I think we all can be like that. I think, you know, that comes with more getting to know yourself and being more decisive, making a decision as to what you're going to do. So what I do is now, right, this helps me a bit. I kind of will write down or have a mental image of what I'm going to do tomorrow in the gym. I might not follow that exact routine, but it will be something close to that. So I'm not just going to walk into the boxing gym and be like, what should I do? And, because you don't really want to be like that. The trainers are quite helpful. They'll kind of, if you don't do something, they'll tell you what to do. So, but yeah, with weight training, it's a bit different. If you haven't got a trainer with you, you've got to make a decision as to what am I going to do today? Am I going to work my arms? Am I going to work my legs? Am I going to do my whole body? What kind of, so it's good to, a lot of the bodybuilders, like pretty much all of them, they write out the night before what they're going to do the next day. That can really help. Try that. That might help you. I'm enjoying this, guys. This is really good speaking about fitness. It's simple, but it's something that we're all passionate about. It's fun. I haven't, no, I haven't been doing the Fearless events for a while now, obviously because of lockdown and everything else, but hopefully in the future, when I get back to working again and teaching, I will start doing the Fearless events. But at the moment, these are free. These live streams, hopefully, these are going to help people. But yeah, the Fearless event should return in the future. How have you been? How's life? What have you been up to? I hope you're doing well, Gmail. Man, the time's flown. I can't believe it's almost an hour that we've been. This is why this is great fun. Um, this is good. 100%. I mean, 100%. I mean, is socializing important for mental health? It's the most important. It's the most important, but 100%. And I try and raise some awareness on that. A lot of awareness on this channel. I think. Listen, I'm not a mental health worker. I'm not a psychiatrist, but I'm someone who suffered with mental health and kind of improved it at certain points, and I'm improving it now. Socializing is number one on this. If people socialize more, there'll be less mental health problems in this world. And today, people are on the machines too much. So socializing and exercise are the two most powerful things that work 100% for improving mental health. So it's really important, very important. No restrictions, man. There's no restrictions in London. People keep asking me that, and I keep saying the same. We're lucky here. I can't see any restrictions at the moment. Everything's everything's open. I'm very grateful. Obviously, some people are still wearing the mask, but you don't have to wear them. But other than that, it's all open. Yeah, you walk down the street, everyone's looking at their phones. It's like there's a zombie apocalypse. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it's true. If you're living a life of solitude or isolation, you're not going to be happy. So true. Another important thing, I know that you guys know this, but we're just talking truths here. Look, like what we're doing today is positive, it's good, right? But for me, I think it's important that you get the balance right, that you don't spend all of your time on social media, on all of this, the phone, the internet. That's why going and meeting people in real life, your family, your friends, gym is important. Spending more time, I would say 60% of time should be with real people in real life off social media. And then the other 40%, fine, social media, right? I've ever considered moving out of England. Never, never considered. Actually, that's not true. That's not true. Sorry. I have considered it, but I've not wanted to. I've obviously, we think in our mind, we fantasize. I used to have a dream when I was younger of living in America, but as I've gotten older, I've kind of realized that's probably like, I don't want to do that now. Because you know, London is my home, but you never know. I think trains are the most antisocial place to be. I think a lot of people think that. Long as they're not toxic, though, Johnny. Yeah, of course, of course. I've said that before. It goes without saying. Listen, socializing is important for mental health, but of course, if you spend time with toxic people, it can make you mentally sick. So you gotta. It's easier said than done, but you got to try and not do that, or reduce your time. Get around positive people. Good to see you, Timmy, Ram, Jam. Pleasure. We're getting all the old team back, man. All the old warriors. General Spoon, um, Calbs, Gmail, Tim, Ram, Jam. Yep, obviously the one and only me, Johnny Berba. And to all of you newcomers, you're fully welcome. So we're not singling you out. We're just giving respect to the original team. We had around, it used to be between 20 and 30, I remember, sometimes 31 regulars on the live stream. Man, you're asking me a lot of personal questions, and that's the thing about live streams. I don't, I'm not offended, but it just feels like you're grilling me here with the personal questions. But you might just be being friendly, and I appreciate that. And I ask questions sometimes. At the moment, what I'm doing for a living, I'm not working at the moment. Truth be known, I'm still recovering from a mental breakdown I had in 2017, but I'm getting stronger, man. I'm feeling better and better. But you know, my original career was a successful entrepreneur, dating slash life coach, confidence coach. So at least I can be proud of myself that I succeeded in my life. I've achieved something, you know. But right now, yeah, I'm on the road to recovery. Oh, this is great, man. Look, we've got Matt Edwards, Vintage Electronics. I think he's one of the original team. Followed me since 2013. God, man, do you know what that means? That means we're family, man, whether we like it or not. That's amazing. I knew we were going to get these live streams back, man. I really did and believe in all of us. This is great. Yeah, of course I remember you guys, man. Look at the conversations we've had. And that's the thing, when you have good, meaningful conversations with people, friends, and obviously you're respectful and kind and genuine, you don't forget it, you know. I appreciate you, Matt, man. Nice one. I'm a really great guy. You really helped me with my issues in my life. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, man. This is great. We'll help each other. You'll be back there, Johnny. Just keep the exercise. Appreciate that, George, and I really believe that, man. And I mean this respectfully, guys. I won't mean to be rude at all, right? It's nice when you guys encourage me, you know, you support me, but at the same time, because of what I've been through in my life, and I know we've all struggled, right? So I'm not like, oh, look at me, I struggle more. I've had it good, I've had it great, I've had terrible dark times. I don't really need anybody to tell me you can do it, you can do it, because I know in my heart I can do it. I've done it before. But I appreciate you telling me that, because it is nice that someone cares and someone believes in you, if that makes sense. So that's just, I've no doubt. Appreciate it, General Spoon. I recently ordered some Christian posters for my room for daily reminders of faith. That's brilliant, man. I think that's really nice. Oh, that's nice, man. I appreciate that, man. It's amazing. Whatever. Thank God, or thank the goodness of people when you don't expect anything and you just Try and do something good. Good comes out of it. People appreciate you. Johnny Floyd Mayweather said, "Your health is your wealth. Keep staying strong." Well, Mayweather's totally right, 100%. Can't really argue with it, can you? Mayweather's one of the wealthiest men, and he's always in good shape. Have you ever read Power versus Force or Levels of Energy books, good spiritual books? I haven't read that, CJP. To be honest with you, I went through a very spiritual stage. I did a lot of searching, and I read books. I had a teacher, and I've kind of gone to a chapter now. I've come out of that. I still believe in God. I'm a Christian, as probably most of you know, by faith. But now, obviously, I could be wrong. I'm not saying like I don't sound ignorant, and I appreciate you recommending me. But I don't think reading a spiritual book at the moment would do much for me, other than the Bible, because I spent many years doing it, and what's helping me at the moment is great people like yourself, these conversations, the gym, socializing, and just staying positive. Really, the gym helps me the most. If that's my spiritual home, the boxing gym. Thank God for that. I miss your Eckhart Tolle's, Johnny. I don't. I'm sorry. I appreciate you miss them. You know, it's interesting because a lot of the videos that I don't really like, people love them. Like, and they're usually the videos, the videos where I was really depressed and I was, kind of just right breaking down, too much deep thinking, and people love the videos, but I don't really like them. But that's because at the time I didn't realize I was in kind of a dark place. Now I'm in a better place, so it's like I don't want to go back there. But the videos that I like, nobody likes them. Well, not nobody, but like I do some of the videos I've done, and people just like, yeah, hit the thumbs up, brothers and sisters. That's right, man. Give us some light. Oh man, what's it all about? All this hit like, man. I don't know, man. I question it. So I was walking down the street today, right? Positive thinking. I was just thinking, what's this whole thing about the desperation of hitting like? I mean, it's not real, is it? Let's be honest. I mean, this is real, the conversation we're having. It's heart to heart and you can feel it. But hitting the like, I mean, what's that going to do for me? Like deep down, let's be honest, it's a load of BS, isn't it? Like someone hitting like on your social media. What does it mean? It's not the same as, someone like what you guys did and I've done, giving you a genuine compliment or encouraging you. It's fake. It really is. But I'm not going to get negative on it. But I don't know, man. I understand for the younger generation, but don't you think living in the countryside may be better for your mental health? That's a good point. Well, I've never lived in the countryside, so I couldn't really answer it, but I see where you're coming from. That's a very good point. Maybe when I get a bit older, I've got some books I need to read. I never sit down and read them. I'm glad it made you laugh, Johnny. Yeah, I've got a good sense of humor, man. What was your favorite video to make and that you're most proud of? The videos that are on social anxiety, if I'm being honest, all those videos, I love doing those videos, and I'm proud of them. And they don't always get the most views, but they seem to make the most impact. And so I like doing those videos. But at the moment, I think I'm probably enjoying these live streams the most. How often do you see your mum and dad? Um, but I speak to my mum pretty much every day. I probably drive my mum mad, and I see I see my mum and dad at least once a month. Well, actually more than that, but just roughly. But yeah, we're close, and I do see him a lot. But I need to go and see him again. Actually, it's probably been a bit over a month. But yeah, with my mum, I speak to her every day, and when I go up, I spend a lot of time with my dad and stuff. So yeah, I love them a lot. I'm very close with them. Um, Same thing. Journaling feels great when I get into doing it and getting into doing the hard part. Yeah, I've got a friend who done that, and I always admired him for doing it. He's an amazing guy, human being from America. He journaled all of his journeys, with his teachers, with his experiences with me, and he does it in amazing form. He has like pictures and stuff. This is amazing, guys. We've got 16 on today, and this is just a spontaneous live stream, so we're building back up. I'll be honest with you, I was doing a few live streams on Instagram. I'm not embarrassed about it at all. I don't mind starting from the bottom. And I was getting like 2 people on the stream, but I was still doing it, still trying, and people are still appreciating it. So to have 15, 16, it's great, man. All this great conversation we got. I'm really enjoying this. Dick Valentine, do you think guys should make sure their mental health is in check before chasing women? That's a great question. That's a great point. And I think about that a lot, and I was going to do a video on that. And I'm gonna get straight to the point. I'm gonna ask that question. I think they should. I think we should. I think that's important, and that's something that I had to learn later on in life and realize. And I'm gonna do a video on that, Dick, because you've raised a really valid point. Because yeah, maybe I never want to be a guru. I'm not really like the terminology, but for laughter's sake, yeah, I'm the guru of social anxiety. It depends on who you spend your time with. Some people are awesome to be around. Others feel like oh, you crack me up, man. You guys are cracking me up, man. It's true though. General Spoon says it depends who you spend your time with. Some people are hell to be around. It's true though, yeah. Yeah, some people can be a nightmare, man. God bless them. They can just be so toxic and negative that you suffer when you're around them. Bless them, man. Johnny, if you had to estimate, how many girls would you say you've approached in your life? I got no idea, man. I've got no idea. It's weird, but I feel approaching women has helped my mental health, and that's true. It can do, of course, because you're getting out, you're being social. But I think what the other gentleman was saying is that if a man's suffering with mental health and depression, anxiety, probably going out and speaking to women or dating might not be the right thing to do until he gets himself right. It depends, right? Balance. Do you think social anxiety is directly related to intelligence? Um, no, I don't. I don't see. I see where you're coming from, but I don't. I don't agree on that. I don't think. Right. I don't think somebody's not intelligent because they have social anxiety. I think people with social anxiety are extremely intelligent. I'd actually go as far to say, a lot of people who might be social anxiety or autistic, I think they're more intelligent than the average person. They just have a panic disorder around people. They just have this nervousness, but it's definitely not because they're stupid or unintelligent. Um, I don't think so. Well, I probably won't ever do infield demonstrations because obviously we're living in a time today where it's not really favored, and I don't really want my channel getting pulled down. But I mean, that's kind of in the past now. That's something that I kind of grew out of. But I'm glad that they helped you. They helped a lot of people, and they helped me. But times changed. The rules have kind of changed. Back then, it was fine to do videos like that. It was legal. It was appropriate. But things are different now. Things are very sensitive with filming. The laws on filming might have changed now. But I might do some interviews at some point in the street, which is good because you're kind of getting permission to film people and stuff. But no, I don't go to bed at the same time, wake up. I'm not going to lie about that. I mean, it's not a perfect world. Ideally, I'd like to, but no, that's not the case. Watch What About Bob? That will cheer you up. Well, I'm happy at the moment, but obviously I get days where I might feel down, so I check that out. I'm cooking some chicken and rice. I'm sorry if you guys that don't respond, guys. And that's great, man. We spoke about that yesterday. Or you're not going to tease me because I've eaten today. I'm full. Some cons come with being intelligent. For every positive, there could be a negative. Of course, yeah, of course. Intelligent people have struggles as well. Every kind of positive can have a negative. I think it's to do with the beliefs you have subconsciously and consciously. This is where the social anxiety, yeah, the direct root of all social anxiety, most of it is trauma, it's childhood trauma, bullying at school, that kind of stuff. I believe some of it's genetic as well, but most of it is it's environmental. It's traumatic experiences. Do you speak another language? No, no, only English. But I'd love to learn though. Rice is life. I like that. That's really good, man. Like rice is life. That says it all, man. That reminds me of Canelo's got a thing on his t-shirt, the boxer. Boxing is life, and Timmy's one is rice is life. Each to their own. Just be rice possible and don't waste food. I would like a girlfriend, but I don't have any social circle. I feel like the girl will be turned off by this. It comes across as low status. Not necessarily. Not necessarily, man. Because me and my friend will speak about it. Jasmine or white? Both. I like both, but I'd probably go with white rice. But actually, I've been eating brown rice lately, which I've really started liking. It's more healthier, but I eat both. I eat all of them: jasmine, brown, white. You gotta love rice, right? Our basmati is definitely the best, 100%. That's the best one out of all of them. Can't beat some basmati rice. I've got some in the cupboard if you guys are hungry. I love our conversations, man. They're so I mean, I start these right, and I think, right, I'm going to do a really meaningful conversation and inspire as many people as I can on fear and discovering yourself, and then we end up talking about rice. It's great, man. Listen, man, I've realized, right? I'm going to make a video on this. This has been my experience. The art of a successful live stream is to allow the conversation of your viewers to go where it's meant to go naturally. Don't force the live stream. Don't control the live stream. Don't try to don't be selfish, and it just works out. And I think this is why the live streams are so successful around the time when I just come out of hospital, 2017, because we just did this. We just had genuine conversations like friends do, and this is awesome. So it's that joke. It says, "Don't tell God your plans," or if you want to make God laugh, don't tell him your plans. And I feel like a bit like the live stream with me. I start off with this topic, and I'm all pumped up, and then like after 2 minutes, it just gets crushed by. It's great. It's brilliant. What are your views on not having a social circle when it comes to getting a girlfriend, Johnny? I see where you're coming from, but I don't really have any views on it. I don't have any views on that. I'm quite an open-minded person. Um, I don't really have a big social circle myself. I know a lot of people, but I only have like a small unit of close friends. Obviously, I've got all you guys, but I'm not like, we don't. It's a different relationship because I haven't seen all of you in person, and it's impossible, obviously, to be friends, close friends, with every person online. It's not possible, right? But listen, man, you can be successful still with Gmail, and I'm not showing off, but most of the times when I got a girlfriend, I didn't have a big social circle, and I probably introduced her to like two of my close friends or one. So you don't need to. But I see where you're coming from. Depends on the girl as well. So if the right person for you is not going to care. Some women prefer guys who don't have loads of friends because they want to spend all their time with you in a relationship. Some women are different. Some women will judge you on that. They will prefer a man who's got more of a social circle. So it depends on you. It depends on the right woman for you. But don't get it in your head that, oh, I can't get a girlfriend because I don't have a big social circle. Because at the end of the day, the right woman for you? Does she want to date your social circle, or does she want to date you? But I'm going to make a video on that. Question for you, Donnie. Did you try meetup.com? 100%. I've always loved meetup.com. I used to run my own groups on them back in the day. I was that really helped me at the time, my business. I had a huge group on that. And then they took it down for some reason, and other people. But I went to meetups for meetup.com is a brilliant platform, I've got to say. Even though they deplatform me, I don't have any. See, I'm not a bitter person towards them. They help a lot of people, especially if you've got social anxiety or loneliness. If it's still like it was before, brilliant, brilliant stuff. Yeah, you're welcome, man. And it's generally the truth, man. And I've got quite a lot of friends who don't have big social circles. They don't want big social circles. They don't really like having a lot of, they just want to have a few close friends, and they've got a girlfriend. So that's, don't let that get in the way. I appreciate that, man. Well, you know what they say sometimes, man? They say it's easier to speak to a stranger than it is to someone you've known all your life, or a family member, because sometimes it is difficult to open up, with someone that you've known all your life. Certain things you just don't feel comfortable. But with a stranger, I mean, we're not complete strangers, but some of us are on here until we get to know each other. It can be a bit more freeing, and it can be less easier because they're not going to judge you the same way. They don't know you, and they might just understand you a bit more. So I think I've got to say today, guys, I think all of us deserve a pat on the back. We're doing great today, man. So much, so much positivity, and they're just great conversations. That's why, guys, man. We're going to keep this going, man. I've committed to this now, and I stick to my word. We started from yesterday again, and we're not going to let the lockdown stop us, and we're going to keep growing, talking, and just seeing where it goes. How old are you guys? Where do you come from? Well, I'm going to be 38 next week. It's my birthday next week. Um, it's up to the other guys to tell you, and I'm from London. Yeah, man. Well done, everyone, man. I mean, everyone makes these live streams. It's not me alone. It's a team effort. Oh, awesome! Did you do what I said that time? Right? That's great. Did you get your free Subway footlong from Kent? Great, man. I've got a friend from Kent. Probably got quite a few friends from London, Canary Wharf. Awesome. Essex. We've got Essex in the house. We've got Kent, Kentucky. Oh, we've got the States. You're from America, right? Will you be doing anything for your birthday? Do you know what, George? I think I'm just gonna have a quiet one, man. I'll probably go to the gym. um, my last birthday, I spent it with a girl. I was dating a girl at the time, but I'm single. So unless I meet my dream girl again within next week, then obviously I've got my family, which is great. But I'll probably just have a quiet one. 29 from San Francisco. Awesome. We've got San Fran in the house, San Francisco. I think that was where Bruce Lee was from, right? We've got Birmingham, man. Amazing. We've got Kent, we've got Essex, we've got Canary Wharf, London, we've got Central London. Man, we are kicking it, as the Americans say, from all different parts of the world. This is unbelievable. We've got the Netherlands, we've got the Holland in the house. This is great, man. Fantastic. Oh man, look, French. We got Austria in the house. We got Chris Sarge in the house. Good to have you back, Chris, man. How you doing? We're getting these live streams going. We got Timbuktu in the house, man. I knew it, man. I could smell it. This is great, man. Yeah, cheers, man. Um, yeah, yeah. We're gonna keep these going. What's been happening, Chris? What's been going on? Listen, man. He's funny, man. Would my boxing have beaten Bruce Lee? No, I don't think so, man. But listen, man. No, I'm not going to say that. I could never disrespect Bruce Lee's one of my heroes, and um, yeah. Anyway, we're different weight division. Bruce Lee weighed between 126 pounds, 140, 150, 160. My weight, I mean, I weigh over 200 pounds now, so I'm a lot heavier than Bruce Lee. But Bruce Lee would have kicked my ass. But I wouldn't fight Bruce Lee. He's my hero, man. I'm glad you're getting better, man. I think a lot of us have got sick through the lockdown. A lot of sicknesses have gone about, man. Good to have you back, Chris. Good, you're in good spirits. Guys, this chicken and rice is amazing. Good, man. Yeah, chicken and rice, well, anytime, but after a workout, after a heavy weight session or a boxing session or whatever, martial arts, it tastes good, man. We've got 20 people now, 21 in the house. We're growing, man, stronger by the day. We're coming back, man. We're not going to be stopped by lockdowns, um, hair loss, depression, anxiety, um, YouTubers. We're back, man. Am I getting the vaccine? No, not at the moment. Not unless I have to. Like I was saying to one of you the other day, I've got a phobia of needles, so I only have injections if I have to have it. So if I have to have the vaccine, then I will get it. But at the moment, I don't feel comfortable getting it. Did you have COVID, Chris, or something? I hope you're getting well, mate. I hope you're better. Johnny, what is your opinion on the once upon a time Hollywood Bruce Lee mock fight? I didn't, look, I didn't really like it. I didn't really offend me that much because I know that Tarantino's kind of got a different sort of sense of humor, but I didn't really like it. I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think it's nice to disrespect someone who obviously has passed away and someone who's a legend of Bruce Lee. But to be honest, in a way, Bruce Lee's such a legend that I don't think anyone's going to believe that. That's not going to downgrade Bruce Lee. So I didn't really buy into it too much. But that's good, man. That's good, man. General Spoon says he likes to see me high in the spirits, in a good mood. Yeah, man, it's good to see people happy, and I know it spreads. Ain't getting no vaccine full. Yeah, Mr. T's in the house. Dick, right? Dick Valentine. I'm just going to be straight with you, mate, right? And it's quite old now, but I'll tell you, I'm not going to knock anyone. I'm not into tricks and fakeness and tricking women or tricking people. It's not what I'm about. I just like being genuine, honest, respectful, confident. So for me, that stuff, I mean, this is old news. I said it in 2012, 13. I don't do that stuff. I'm not into that. But everyone, listen, each to their own. I'm not going to knock. I've got nothing against those guys. I just don't, that's just not my values. I'm going to have to sign out for now. Good luck with your endeavors, Johnny. See you next time. Pleasure, my friend. See you soon. Thanks for coming on. Do you know about the London Shoot Fight Gym? Wonder if it still exists. I heard about it. Yeah, I've never been. I've never been to the gym, but that's really renowned. I'm not sure. Not giving that plenty of rest and sleep. Yeah, it's good, Chris. When you're not well, it's good to get a lot of rest. You'll feel a lot better. Do you know what, Gmail? I'd be open to it. I'd be open to it. I would have said no before. I wasn't really open-minded towards MMA because I come from obviously a boxing background, but it's an interesting story. I had a friend. This was years ago when I was, you know, more active with boxing and doing amateur boxing and wanting to fight. I had one fight, but wanted to do it as a career at the time. And my friend was, he loved MMA. He appreciated boxing, and he took me to. I went to this awesome MMA gym. I probably do a video. I tell you guys about it. It's kind of a hidden place. I don't even know the name of it. It was basically I can't even explain it, like an underground place. Like it's around my area, not this area, my original area, and I got to meet all these MMA guys, and they were really nice to me and stuff, and watch them train. And I think there were some top people in there. I didn't know all the names at the time, and that was a good experience. And there was an MMA fighter there, and he wanted me to teach him some hands, so I taught him some boxing. I did some pads. I showed him because he wanted to improve his striking, and then he was showing me on the mat, and he showed me how he could put me down so easily. So I had a nice experience. They were nice to me in that gym, but I never continued and tried it. I never learned the takedowns and that. I was always into boxing, so I would like to learn some of the basics. I would like to do the training. Did you watch Bruno's stunt in the MMA ring? That was funny. No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Yeah, Alex Jones. I've known about him for years. I've watched quite a lot of his stuff. He's a character. I didn't see that, Chris. I didn't see that, to be honest. I agree with you, Johnny. I think a lot of the PUA stuff works, but I've got to be honest. To be fake for weeks kills the soul. 100%, Dick. You said it, man. That's the problem with it, man. It was always a short-term fix. That was the problem with it. It wasn't really about relationship building. It's just quick fixes, and if that's what you want, then fair enough. That's obviously everyone's choice, but it does eat at your soul. So I just found it a load of bollocks, to be honest. I packed it in really quickly and just kept it honest, kept it straight. Yeah, Alex Jones. I've never disliked him, to be honest. I don't listen. I'm not gonna believe every single theory that he comes up with, conspiracy, but there's a lot of truth in what he says, and I've always admired his courage. But yeah, it is a bit funny when he goes into those rants and starts screaming and stuff and shouting. I'm not gonna do that, so you guys have nothing to worry about. Yeah, boxing or fighting. But when I speak about boxing, it's not to be like aggressive. It's really to help people to train and get fit and build confidence, not to yeah, you just got to be patient, Chris. It's difficult for a lot of people at the moment with dating. So you get there in the end. You just got to keep going, and when you get better and start coming out, you can try other things. No, I don't know that guy. Yeah, they tend to do that a lot today, don't they? They do censor people who they do censor people who speak any kind of truth. Not everyone, but it does happen. We'll do another 5 minutes, guys, and then we're gonna call it a day because we've done an hour and a half. That's really good. I always have it in my head about an hour. We go over, and we will go on longer in the future live streams if you just see how it goes, right? But we've done great today, man. I appreciate all of you staying on this whole time. Yeah, I saw the trailer, Chris. Yeah, and listen, man. Apologies about getting late. I did come off Facebook, so I got your messages very late. I've really distanced myself on that platform. I find it depressing, if I'm being honest. Too much time, so I'm not really on there a lot. So the best way to reach me is on YouTube. But yeah, I love Cobra Kai. I watched all the series and looking forward to the fourth one. And it's love it, man. Love the Karate Kid. Love all the series. Brilliant. It's my favorite chocolate. I haven't got a favorite one, man, but I do love chocolate. And I'm trying to cut it out. I support Chelsea, Brian, mate. I'm a Chelsea supporter. I've been Chelsea since pretty much day one. Yeah, man. Topics: food, rice, mental health, boxing, a little bit of dating. Yeah, I'm not doing the events at the moment, but I will be doing them in the future. So I'll let all of you know. I heard William Zabka, who plays Johnny Lawrence, met Thomas Ian Griffin on set, and he wasn't in the Karate Kid 2. Free Johnny wasn't in it. Really, that's interesting. You know, it's amazing because same for you, Chris. Growing up, that was one of my favorite films, and I never thought like 20 years later it would kind of we'd be speaking about it. You know, other people would love it. It's a cult classic, wasn't it? Can we hear some impressions? Oh, you guys are unbelievable, man. Seriously, man. You guys are something else, man. Maybe in the future live streams, I'll do some impressions. I'm not really. I'm in a good mood today and stuff, but I don't want to disturb my neighbors. Yeah, wax on, wax off. Daniel, Sandafla. Hey, hey. No, no, none of this. Hey, hey. It's funny when he says to Mr. Miyagi, he goes, Mr. Miyagi, will you teach me how to sweep? He goes, I gotta learn this stuff, man. He goes, please, man, if only I could learn to sweep. And he goes, yeah, sure, Daniel son. And he's like, yes, and he's with his new girlfriend. And then Mr. Miyagi walks away, he comes back, and he's got the broom, and he goes, up, down, up, down. And he gets so angry. Oh, Daniel's son is like, he just starts. He's brilliant, man. Classic, man. What's your favorite film? Mine's Gladiator. Mine's Highlander, but I've got many favorite films, and I know Highlander is not the best film in the world, but for me, I love the story. If any of you have seen it, the Highlander. But Gladiator was a classic. We're going to do a live stream on that at some point on favorite films. Yeah, Terry Silver was brilliant in the Karate Kid 3. And your son, hey, Miyagi, hey. Lambert is not fooling anyone with that. I knew one of you. You guys are really smart, man. You know your stuff. Yeah. You talk funny, Nash. Where you from? Lots of different places. Lots of different places. Yeah. That was amazing. That really a Frenchman was doing a Scottish accent, but it didn't really matter. That's what I love about those films. They're not perfect, but they're brilliant. I mean, they have all these kind of flaws in them, but their stories are beautiful. They get away with it, you know. That's what I love about back then. You know, they didn't use all this CGI technology, but they had such a good storyline, and it just felt more genuine. The films, I just think the films were so much better back then. But I suppose we're going to say that, right? We're going to be biased to our time, our generation. I can't do the Terry Silver laugh. No, no. Yeah, man. I love John Kreese. Sweep the leg. What, Sensei? So funny and cheesy, but I love it. Do you have a problem with that, Mr. Lawrence? No, Sensei. Strike hard, strike first, no mercy, sir. I can't hear you. Don't practice these philosophies, kids at home, right? I'm just joking. No mercy. On the street, man confronts you, he is the enemy. Yeah. So when you say it, it makes you laugh. The enemy deserves no mercy. S, leave boy alone till tournament. You're a pushy little bastard. But I like that. I like that. 5-1. Ah, you don't like the odds. 1-1 is okay. 5-1, problem for anyone. I don't know. I'm getting the lines wrong, but something like that. Oh man, I love Pulp Fiction, man. Pulp Fiction is a classic. I watched that the other night, and I was going to make a YouTube video on it. Pulp Fiction, Terminator, Alien, Scarface, amazing. You know, Remember what Miyagi says to Daniel's son. He's giving him some life advice. Daniel's son's struggling with women at the time. He's having all kinds of problems that all guys have in their, in their 20s. Daniel's son must find balance. When you find balance, then things will work out. He basically says, once you get balance in you, then a balance in life, women, health, finance, karate. My impressions suck, but they're kind of funny because I know they're not great, but people will get it. Pain does not exist in my live streams, does it? No, Sensei. Defeat. It's hilarious, man. Try this, guys, if you're ever depressed. Say these words. Defeat does not exist on Johnny Berba's live streams, does it? No, Sensei. If a troll... No, leave it. I'm getting carried away now. You guys are cracking me up. Appreciate that, man. Triple fire. Johnny, I've met you a couple of times around the city. You've always been a genuine guy. I just wanted to say respect and good to see you're looking well. Big up, my guy. Appreciate that, man. Thanks a lot, man. Mr. Miyagi, Mux Terry Silver. Make his knuckles bleed. That's amazing. Amazing story. Amazing film. All right, guys, we're going to do 5 minutes more, right? Because I don't want to cut us off at this moment. We're talking about the Karate Kid, and then we'll crack on. Let me just get a quick bit of water, guys. I'm gasping. I've got to stay hydrated during these live streams, otherwise Father Time's going to catch up on me. All right. Oh shit! What the hell happened there? That was my life. Well, guys. Okay. Any tips on dating for myself, man? Tips. Be patient, man. Be patient. That's one of my tips for you, Chris. And that might not be what you want to hear. It doesn't sound glamorous, but you'll appreciate that over time. Be patient with your dating, man. Just take it easy. Set your goals. Yeah, man. You guys, it's very smart, man. Wash that mucus down. Hey, back in that messed up. Great. Yeah, my tip on dating at the moment, Chris, for everyone is just be patient, man. It will happen. It will work out for you, but patient. When you get yourself better, start training, and then start being social. Patience, exercise, and be social, and you meet someone. So, since we spoke, Chris, I'm back in the gym. I'm in all the gyms, swimming, a bit of weight training, and I'm back in my local amateur boxing club. So that's why I'm probably a lot happier now. And doing these live streams, friends, family, can't complain, man. So remember, guys, this is not a one-off. We're going to be doing these regularly. We're going to have a lot of fun. We'll just keep it going, keeping it simple. It seems to work. We just seem to, it just seems to go well, the conversation. I don't know, it's weird. It's like I don't really need to do anything. However it works, and that's great. Sometimes you just got to do that, and I've realized that with dating, there's a time to date, there's a time to go out and obviously be social and speak to women, but sometimes, like you said, you got to just work on yourself and take care of other priorities in life, and that could be building muscle, time with family. There's a time for everything, right? And then when the time's right, you meet someone. I'm pleased you're getting a lot out of these, man, because I know everyone is, and I'm enjoying them. This is when you know we're having good live streams because you kind of don't want it to end, and that's a good feeling, rather than doing a live stream and it boring the pants off of people. And I've done a few of those, obviously. That's part of life. But for most part, these are great. We have a great energy, great rapport on here, and it's what I love about this. None of it's planned. You know, it's I start off with a topic, I think of it, but we always deviate from the topic, which is great. It seems to work. It's almost like we need a topic sometimes as an excuse to talk and open up, and then it works out great. My main thing is for people to, you know, have some positive people to talk to come away feeling more motivated and inspired and more confident, and to gain some strength, some courage to face your fears in your personal life, whatever they are. And if you're not comfortable opening up about them, then that's fine. You don't have to. And if you want to share it, you can. Awesome, man. When you guys feel it's time, then you head off. You know what, guys? I think it's now a good time. We'll call it today because we've done an hour and 45 minutes, and we will do many more of these. So it's great to catch up with everyone. At least now all of you know that the live streams are back on, and today has been great because we've got more on than yesterday. So we've got the regulars coming back. We'll have some new people coming on. You guys were brilliant today. I appreciate it. It was great. I really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun, and that's how we want to keep them. So I'll speak to you guys very shortly. It won't be too long. I'll probably Saturday or Monday. We'll see. And then after I do a few of these, we'll get a regular day going. All right, guys. So hang in there and look out for the other videos that I'm doing as well. All right. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and I'll speak to all of you soon. All right. God bless. Thank you.